Hello everybody and welcome to SolidCode. We are going to start with the part 5 of our tutorial of coding Cut the Rope game, and we are going to try to replicate this level. So we will need to code these air cushions that push the ball with air. So let's try to implement it. First thing I'm gonna do, I'm going to copy the level 4 that we did on the last video, and I'm going to rename it, the copy, to level 5. Double click it, and now we have level 5. I'm going to remove the obstacle, the spline, and the bubble because we don't need it for this level that we are going to code. So I'm going to delete them, and now we have this simple level, right? So what I'm going to do is to add the sprite for the air cushions. Now here I have it, you can see it, and I'm going to change the filter mode to point of filter. I'm going to check on apply, and I'm going to open the sprite editor. I'm going to slice it by cell count, and I need more rows. Actually I need 1 2 3 4 5 6 rows. Okay, sorry, let's see. And I think I can cut it there because I only need the first 3 or 4. I don't need these 2 really, so I'm going to slice it. So there we have it, and I'm going to apply. And now if we go here, now we see that we have the sprite spliced, or we have it in parts. So that's what we want. And I'm going to add a new game object, and for now I'm going to name it as cushion. Sorry. And I'm going to add to the component, to the object, sorry, I'm going to add a new component. Yeah, now we have an empty object, and I'm going to add a sprite renderer. And I'm going to add here the sprite to the cushion, and for now let's go to scene, and I'm going to move it, and I'm going to position them the same way that there is in the level that we saw. I'm going to create 3 more, and I'm going to put them and reorder the stars as well. Also, first important, I'm going to create it as a prefab. So I will do that. So now we have it. I just copy 3 objects, rotate them, and basically that's similar to the level that we want to code. So first we need to implement that when we click on these objects, the cushions, they will throw some air, and that air will apply some force in order to change the current direction, or the current transformed position of the ball. So let's try to implement that. Another thing that I forgot to mention is that I saw that the sprites had too much space in here, so what I did is to reduce the width of all of this to 148 pixels. To create the effect of the cushions pushing or throwing air, we need to do something like an area, so basically like a rectangle that when the ball collides with it, that rectangle will apply force to the ball. So let's do that. First I'm going to do it for the cushion 1, and before creating the area I added some properties to the cushions itself. First we need a rigid body. It is going to be a kinematic one because we don't want physics applied to it, and we are going to create a circle collider that just surrounds the sprite. This is because later we will need to detect the click with the sprite, so when we click we will activate the win area. So let's see how I implemented the win area. So right now I have it here deactivated. I'm going to activate it. So basically it's just empty and a square sprite. Basically I created doing here to the object sprites and a square, and I just scale the properties in order to make it this long. So other thing that I added is a wind material. Basically here in physics materials you will find the material. Basically it just has a rendering mode of cutout, and this is the color that I chose. I know it's not similar to a wind, but it's just a representation. So go back to the wind area, and most important thing is to add a box collider that will be a trigger. And also we need to add as well a rigid body that is kinematic. And the most important thing here is that we need to add an area effector. If I deactivate this, you will see that now it's throwing me out warning because I enable on the box collider to the use by effector. So now what I need to do is to activate the area effector, and I'm going to explain how this works. Basically, I'm using that this area will affect everything on the game. I'm using global angle, so it interacts with the global space of the game. And the way that this works is that you will select an angle to the force to be applied. 0 is to the right, 90 is up, 180 is left, and down is 270. So for example, in here I have it in 0 because the idea is that the wind goes to the right, or apply the forces to the right. And I have it in first target as rigid body. I only am using force magnitude for now, and for this example works, but probably in other scenarios you will need to add the force variation. So that's what I have now. Let's run it like this and see what happens. So as you can see now, that area interacts like a constant force. So when the ball reaches there, it moves to the right. Now I will deactivate it again, and as you can see, all the cushions have that wind area deactivated. For example, this one, if I activate it, as I said, this one is 180, so it goes to the left, the force, and so on. This one, the number 3, will go in 90 degrees angle, so it will apply up. So I'm going to remove that because first we want to deactivate them. The next thing that we need to do is in the cushions we need to add a script, so in order that when we click the cushions the air will pump. So let's do that, and it's really simple. We just implement the on mouse down function, and when the cushion is clicked we will transform all the children. In this case it's just the force area, and we will put it through, and when the mouse is released we are going to pull those areas into false. Now we can do this. I can use it also to slow it down, and there it is. So thanks so much for watching. Please subscribe to our channel, and in the next video we are going to implement another game object that is like some hats that works like portals. So basically when the ball enters one hat, it can go out to another hat in another position, so they are like portals. We will do that on the next video. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to our channel, give us a like, and see you next time. Bye.